Good morning. How is everyone? Metal morning. Yeah, it is. It's chilly up here.
I had to turn the thing down.
Well, we have the thermostat downstairs, the hygrometer, so I don't know what it is up here, but I'm chill.
Yeah, well, so by default the thing is at
72?
no, it's at well, I keep it at 68
Okay.
because that's the temperature that I have the house at when we go to sleep.
Uh-huh.
But I got up here this morning and I was like, it's really cold.
Yeah, it's chilly up here.
So yeah, I turned it up to 72. And that helped a lot. Oh, did you already do this?
I did already.
I just gotta, I made myself a coffee, and I was trying to decide what I wanted to eat. And I didn't want cereal.
Bite of your Pop-Tart.
I didn't want cereal just because, you know, it takes forever. Anyway. Yeah, the discussion of what you keep your house at is always an interesting one, because I know people that they seem very much like cold-blooded in the sense that they die in the summer. They're like, oh, the summer's so hot or whatever, and then they keep their houses warmer than we keep our house, like in the in the day. Like Thomas says he keeps his house between 80 and 82, and like
That's real hot.
That's really hot. That's really, really hot.
We set ours to 72 in the day, but sometimes I feel colder, so I'll bump it up a degree or two.
Yeah, it on average is probably around 73. So.
But at night, I don't want to have just a sheet on. I want to be like under the comforter and like cozy.
Yeah, I sleep better. I sleep better when it's really cold. So we crank it down to 68. So 68. Well, no, actually no. We've been doing 67.
Yeah.
We do 67 when I'm the one that touches it before bed, and 68 when Mal's the one that touches it. Not because that we feel that differently about it. It's because Mal forgets that we have been doing 67.
Yeah. Well,
but it's fine.
We have specific sheets for our bed that we don't like that are really warm.
Yes.
Yeah, there's a set we bought that just are very warm and we don't like them, so it has to be cooler when we use those.
Those are the winter sheets.
Yeah.
Speaking of winter sheets, hold on, there's a segue here. What do you drink in the winter? Hot milk. From a bomb. Digital Nugget gifted 10 subs. To Melty Monster. Joy Menson, Red Hero 15, Nora Plays Things, Rain Ryokan, Kitten J, PS Tone 1993, 6010, Syndiceel, Marianne Martin. Digital Nugget, thank you. It was a bit of a stretch. It was a bit of a stretch. It's like, you know what goes good with sheets? Milk?
Chaz, Steven doesn't like those sheets either.
I can connect any two subjects, it's true. I can do it. Not well, but I can make it work.
A little further. There it is.
Yeah, it's true. So my thing is very simple. There's certain fabrics and materials I like better than others. I think everyone's like that. My big thing is, will I sleep the whole night? Because there are materials, one of which is that material, whatever it is, where I don't sleep the whole night.
Sateen.
Sateen? Renee, that's my favorite kind. We also
Jersey.
We also have jersey sheets.
You like jersey sheets.
Yeah.
I like percale.
Those are fine too.
It's a type of cotton. It's the way it's woven.
Yeah.
They're crisp.
Also, this is something that, like, really I only ever thought about or cared about in adulthood, but like fairly recent adulthood. In adulthood, I knew that there were different kinds of materials for sheets. Because I remember as a kid, on the few occasions where I was in silk sheets, I remember thinking, I hate this.
Same.
I really hate this. Why is this a thing? This is the worst. So I remember thinking that. But
Did you ever sleep in flannel sheets?
Yes.
Okay.
Not very often.
See, growing up, I had a pair of cotton sheets and a pair of flannel sheets. And the flannel sheets were the winter sheets. Because it was cold. And my mom kept it at like 62 at night and like 67 in the day. So.
Yeah, but it wasn't until we got this bed in this house, 2 years ago or whatever, that I learned that there were jersey sheets. I'd never slept on jersey sheets. And they came with the bed, and I was like, I like these a lot. And the man was like, there's these other sheets that we can get per cow. And I was like, what the crap is per cow? In my mind, there was only like silk and normal.
And then you learned about jersey.
It's like learning about apples for the first time. Be like, there's more than 3 types of apples? It's like, of course, there's a bajillion types of apples.
Kale. Percale. Percale.
Is that how you pronounce it? Percale? Anyway. Jabidies. Wait, there's more than 3 types of apples? It's true. We saw a sign when we were driving to Florida. And the sign was like, can you name 10 types of apples? And we were like, or it was 5. I think it was 5. It was just 5. It was, can you name 5 types of apples? And I was like, I can name 10 types of apples. There's a lot of types of apples. I mean, some of them are pretty close. Like, there's certain apple types where I'm like, okay, pretty similar to this other one. Some are really different. When people think of apples, the 3 main ones they're thinking of are Red Delicious, Golden Delicious, and Granny Smith. And those are really different types of apples.
Yeah.
But there's also other apples that, I mean, they're pretty different too. Honey Crisp I had never had until I met Mal. Fuji Pink Lady.
Gala. Macintosh.
And there's some other.
Jazz.
Yeah, there's some other ones that are like big.
I grew up a couple blocks away from an apple orchard.
I've never heard of Zester. Rainy Day said Zester or is this
Ambrosia, yeah.
Zester. Oh yeah, Ambrosia. Anyway, that's already like 12. So there's a lot of apples. I have to look up Zester.
Brayburn are good.
My favorite apple, I like Granny Smith's a lot. I like a sour apple.
Same.
But my favorite one is probably Gold Delicious.
That's because they taste like pears, and you like pears.
But also, coffee. I don't know. I don't really have a like I for the most part I like most apples.
Yeah.
Red Delicious is probably my least favorite.
Yeah.
So, and I know that there's some people that they love Red Delicious, and like that's fine. In the apple world, they're, in my opinion, to me, they're the least interesting.
If you get a perfect Macintosh apple where it's not mealy, oh, they're so good.
I think Red Delicious is good for toppings, in my opinion. Like
Toppings?
Yeah, because some people put peanut butter on them and stuff like that. If you're gonna do that, I think Red Delicious is a fine option. But otherwise, I'm like, Sorry, we are doing a stream where there's alerts to read. Come out of the gate and I'm like, let's talk about apples. 19 months from Rackbell 316. 8 months from Eli and Company. 34 months from Satsy. 13 months from Elfie Goldfish. 14 months from Rainy Days 48. 1 burp from Steven.
Ooh, Sweet Tango, I forgot about them.
And a sneeze.
Coffee.
Looking at all the light. Nope. Alright. 300 bits from Nixelpad just came from watching the new Grandpa's Garage episode this morning. Who Child? That was a blast. Well, not Who Child. Trademark. Registered trademark of Thomas Incorporated. Just Who Child? That was a blast. Yeah, it's a good one. I'm actually looking forward to seeing, I'm going to call them community episodes from time to time, because I know that they'll pop up. They popped up during Morning Mario too. Not incredibly often, but every once in a while they would, and it was always fun. So that's something that we'll see occasionally. I really do have to sneeze.
I was gonna say about apples. Sometimes my dad and I would go to the orchard.
Yeah.
And we'd be like, all right, what's not in season yet, but is going to be in season in like a month? And then we'd ask to go pick those apples because we liked them real tart. And sometimes you'd find a tree out in the wild in Wisconsin. And you'd like make a mental note of there's apple trees there. And then you'd go and you'd get them when they were this big. And you'd have to make sure you try them and, like, look, because sometimes it'd be a real buggy tree.
With worms.
Yeah. But we liked them, like, tiny, like, little
when they were just
sour.
slow.
Yeah, they were good. They'd make your stomach hurt.
Princess, okay, one more alert, then another apple fact. 29 months from DJ Sherbert. 25 months from Andrew in the Kitchen, 16 months from Floor Wolf, also 16, from Victoria Swift, also 16, triple combo from Hella Mozzarella 13. Love getting them combos. 33 months from Dark Overlord, 550 bits from Perps JL. Hi, Stephen Mal. Getting my second dose today, so wish me luck on the after effects. Good luck.
Good vibes.
Hopefully everything goes well. And I'm wishing for no more than a sore arm. Not even a sore arm, just like a little I guess that indicates that it's sore when you're like, like a half sore. Just a half sore. I want people to have like some side effects instead of no side effects. That way they're like, okay, yeah, I definitely... Because otherwise they'll wake up the next day and they'll be like, did I imagine I got the second dose? They'll forget.
I mean, even if you have no side effects,
you get the sore arm. Yeah.
You get the antibodies.
I know. The alert says, do not say that. Just a little like. Oh yeah, JS says there is also a card. That's true. They do give you a card. It is kind of hard to dream that you got the card. Fair. My mom never had
Any side effects.
any side effects
At all.
which is wild. So, all right, Mons. All lyrics must be obliterated. I do like that track.
Brandon says, further proving that your mom is magic.
Yeah. I mean, I won't argue.
Not David Lynch says, what do you prefer, apple crisp or apple pie? See, with pie, you don't got the oats. But you got the crust. And crust is just basically a vehicle for pie. But then with crisp, you don't have the crust, but you have oats. It's basically pie without a crust.
Coffee.
Your mom has made it before.
Oh, okay. All right. Sorry, I just Googled apple crisp. Because I was like, what is apple crisp? But no, I have had this. It's basically like pie filling. But
it has oats and brown sugar, like a crisp crumble top.
They're very similar. Pie and crisp are very similar, but I've only ever had crisp like.
Kimikawa says,
once or
"Have y'all
twice.
never done an apple pie with oat topping?" No, I do a Dutch apple pie, which is butter and sugar and spices on top, and it gets crispy, but it doesn't have the oats.
Yeah, I liked this. I don't remember who made it. I don't remember
Your
when.
mom has made it. I've made it.
Yeah, okay, but I remember liking it.
Sometimes my mom would make it, and it would be my breakfast for a week.
I'm gonna tell you, I think between this and pie, I'd rather have this.
You'd rather have that?
Yeah, I think I'd rather have apple crisp. I don't. Me and pie, you know, we
What about
coexist.
fried apples?
I'd probably rather have fried apples, but that's at that point you're in a
See,
completely different territory.
I need the crumble on top and the crisp on top.
I don't.
I'd rather have that.
I grew up going to Cracker Barrel. I've eaten plenty of fried apples. You get the fried apples, you get
Okra.
the okra, and you get the macaroni. Or the steak fries.
What about the cheesy potatoes?
Occasionally that. Sometimes if you're Stephen George, you get 3 orders of okra. Love fried okra. We are reading alerts. 3 months from Celtic Wolf 25. 300 bits from Goldmage. It says, Stephen, cold-blooded does not mean you like the cold. I know. It means you can't internally regulate your body temperature. Most reptiles are cold-blooded and they prefer hot environments to go dormant. Yes, it's an expression. It's an expression. I'm well aware. But it's an expression. If they enjoy cold temperatures, then we say they're cold-blooded. Or some of my friends are lizard people.
Last night we talked about crabs and evolving into crabs.
Some of my friends are crabs. Mm-hmm. Some of my best friends are crabs. That's what's so crazy about this. 300 bits from Satsy. Oh wow, in the 60s. Goodness, how frightful. It's 90 degrees Fahrenheit here in the UK today. It is hot. And as we cleared up Tuesday, we do not have AC anywhere. We are melting.
Oh.
Yeah, 90 degrees, no AC is bad. Where are we on?
We're in the 90s this week.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be 90 today at 2.
So imagine no AC in this weather.
I prefer not to imagine
Yeah.
that. It seems that seems bad. Yeah, it would be we already kind of know what it's like because what happened
Up here?
yeah, with AC running but badly, with that thing not existing, it gets like high 70s.
Yeah.
Without AC,
Into the 80s.
it would get it gets like 80 degrees. So without that, it would push into the mid to high. Yeah, it'd be. You know, uninhabitable, in my opinion. Good vibes to you, and then everyone else dealing with the heat wave right now. Box fans, that's the only thing I can
Wet
suggest.
towels.
Wet towels and box fans. 17 months from Humbology, 500 bits from Digital Nugget. Really, you can connect any 2 subjects. What would be your segue for sheets and product placement, like Pop-Tarts? That one's easy. You know what makes me always have to wash my sheets? When I'm busy eating Pop-Tarts in the bed, because can't get enough of them Pop-Tarts, always putting them in my mouth, even when I'm trying to go to sleep, but the problem is they're crummy. Any 2 subjects. Easy. No problem. We're not sponsored by Pop-Tarts yet.
Or anyone.
But if
Waffle House.
Pop-Tarts would like to send us more of their sugar-coated cardboard material, I would love to work with them. Pop-Tart. Almost like food. See, I came up with a slogan for him and everything. 300 bits from Cabri 29 says the internet says there are 7,500 kinds of apples in the world. Dear God, you only need to know like 10, but it's good to know that there's that many. I wonder if there's a bunch of other ones that are like unique to certain countries or something.
Probably.
It's probably why we don't know a lot about them.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, 22 months from Lugo44. 500 bits from Chrissy G. There are 7,500 different varieties of apples in the world. The weirdest named one, in my opinion, is the winter banana apple, which gets its name from the color of the flesh. And I'm Googling this immediately.
The Honeycrisp was made by U of M, I believe. Carly's school.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's the other thing. Is
so for a long time, it was really only a Midwest apple.
We've played God with apples for a long time. Mm-hmm. That's one of the reasons we have so many. Huh. It's very pale.
Yeah.
Okay. What if we did...
Is it apple season? When is apple season in Wisconsin? Apple season.
Vagabond says it's a wild concept that people just invent apples. It is neat. It is neat.
Okay.
But also, like, we can make them taste like however we want, because they just... I guess it's just selective breeding, and then eventually they get exactly the size, the shape. Renee says, what about those cotton candy grapes? Yeah. And those are also another byproduct of...
the company that does cotton candy grapes have
things.
Other ones. Their gumdrop grapes are so good. Those are my favorite. They're tiny, and they taste what I want other grapes to taste like.
Anyway,
they also have moon grapes, which are like long. They're like finger-sized and shaped.
I'm gonna guess that there's more apples than grapes.
Yes.
I don't know that. I'm not a fruit expert. What if we ditch Kit Kat challenge and we do apple challenge? We try all the apples.
People need to find gumdrop grapes, they're saying.
It's healthier.
Grapes.
Yeah, apple challenge is better for you. So.
Oh, they have them at Sam's Club.
Would it be expensive though? You only need one. Are there apples that are like really expensive?
Oh, I bet. They're probably in Japan.
Well, yeah.
Grapery.biz is the site that does the grapes.
Grapery.biz.
Grape RY.
Grapery.biz.
And then you can go and click on the grapes, and they'll tell you when they're in season.
Yeah, well, Chaz, instead of ordering an apple overseas, you go to the country and eat it there.
Scroll up a little bit. Okay, anyway. Thomas says, I just want them special bananas. Me too.
Thomas, we're gonna do that.
What about the other ones? There's like the blue banana.
I don't know what that is.
Okay.
I only know
the Gros Michel.
Real original Runts banana.
Yes, blue Java bananas. They taste like ice cream.
John says, so you would travel to Japan every day. No, I would obviously not travel to Japan every day. You go, you live your life normal, but when you go on a trip somewhere, you research the bananas ahead of time so you can acquire them locally while you're there. You don't go every day. You just, while you're there for a few days or whatever, you're like, I'm going to get these apples.
Yeah, Brandon, the Moondrop grapes. They're cylindrical. I've had them, but the gumdrop ones are real good.
Yeah, I would be doing apples. Now Mal wants to do grapes. Just fruit. Just fruit in general. I like fruit. There's still fruit I haven't tried.
I know.
We ain't never bought no jackfruit.
No.
They always have one at the store, but it's huge.
Do you eat them normally though,
I don't
or are they
know.
just used to like be a vegan substitute for pork?
Well, that's the...
Because I hear that's really good.
Yeah, that's the most popular thing, I think. But like, you know, they're huge. And I'm like, what if I open it and I'm like, oh, I don't like this?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, we've never had durian.
I've wanted to try durian.
I would try durian in a heartbeat.
Rhonda almost bought some when I was in Wisconsin last time.
I don't think I've even ever had starfruit.
I think
We bought dragon fruit once.
dragon fruit was disappointing. It's
Yeah,
so pretty.
It's a beautiful fruit and it
It's
has
really
no taste.
pretty, yeah.
It's like, oh, okay. Yeah, I want something that packs up. I want something like flavorful. You know? Where was I? 3 Bits and Will Peters who says, just bring back a point from Tuesday. Will Ferrell was dressed as Little Debbie on Jimmy Fallon's talk show and advertised the snack cakes. I think I have seen that clip. Someone in the Discord had posted an animated GIF of it, and it brought back like a locked away memory of it. So I think I've actually seen that before, but I saw the animated GIF and it reminded me of it. Yeah, I should buy some Little Debbie snack cakes now because we talked about them so much.
Yeah.
Oh, also, folks had sent me some links on Twitter and let me know that there's also, in addition to the oatmeal cream pie cereal, there is cosmic brownie cereal. Does it taste any different than Cocoa Puffs? Probably not.
Yeah, probably not.
Probably not. You know, there's only so much variation you can really get in that. But it's good to know. It's good to know. Maybe at some point I'll check it out. Yeah, whisper.
Once you finish this one.
Yeah, it'll take me a little bit. What I should do, and we had someone actually suggest this, that they had done this before, where they add a little coffee to their milk, is you just eat the cereal, and instead of use milk, you just use black coffee. That might combat the level of sweetness that the oatmeal cream pie cereal is, because it is very sweet. It's not bad. It's not bad, but it's like very, very sweet. Anyway, 23 months from Twitchy Toes. 4 months from Apollonius. 3 Bits from Squid says, continuing Apple talk, I remember during a golf tournament in high school where there was an apple tree near one tee box and a bunch of kids took some apples from it. Yeah, I mean, if you put kids near an apple tree, they're gonna take the apples, either to eat or to like pelt each other with. Or
We had a crabapple tree,
or if you're golfing, maybe to hit.
which aren't edible,
Yeah.
and we would
Are crab apples the
little red.
wait, red?
Yeah.
I'm going to Google image search so much stuff this morning. Show me a picture, please, of what a crab apple is. If we have those, I don't think I've ever seen them.
We had one in our backyard.
I was thinking of they're not fruits. They're about this big.
And they're spiky.
They're spiky.
Oh, I know what you mean.
You know
what
what
are
those
those
are?
from?
They fall off of a tree. I don't know what they're called, so I can't confirm what they're called.
Are they?
Lychees?
No.
No?
Are
Durians.
Are they from ginkgo?
Horse chestnuts?
Yes, that's what they are.
Horse chestnuts.
Sweet gum. There's sweet gum around here.
Okay. And someone had said gumballs. They call them gumballs.
Yep.
Thomas might have called them gumballs. We just call
Those?
them. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
there's
it.
sweet gum down here.
Okay. I never in my childhood learned what they were called, but they would they'd fall off the trees or whatever, and they'd be all over the yard, and then me and the neighborhood kids would gather them all up, and then divide them in half, and we'd break up into teams, and we would hit each other with them. It was basically like paintball or airsoft, but without a gun. We were kids; we couldn't afford a gun. Well, yeah, you gotta be fair. In the summer, you do water balloons. But if you're not in summer, then you get those little things and you just pelt each other with them. They didn't really hurt. When you got older, you could use pine cones. But there's rules.
No, we always used crab apples.
There's rules about it.
If a restaurant had them out in the parking lot, even my dad would grab a handful and we just...
I never shut my eye out. So Thomas had crab apples too. I don't remember ever seeing...
I don't think I've seen them here.
Coffee.
Wait, hold on. I misread Thomas's thing originally. He says, I got detention in school because we had a crabapple tree and the 7th graders were throwing them at the 6th graders. Why did you get detention?
I got detention in elementary school because some kids stole my jacket and threw it in a pile of mud. Puddle of mud.
I don't know.
Sometimes they punish the wrong kids. It happens.
Yeah. I actually, the only time I ever had detention in my whole life was I got detention because they scheduled me 2 classes at the same time.
Yeah.
There was SAT prep and there was yearbook. And I went to yearbook.
Because you'd rather go to yearbook.
I'd rather go to yearbook. But, I had 2 classes scheduled for the same time. I'm like, what the crap? So I went to yearbook, did yearbook stuff, and then the principal came in and said I had cut it was me and then other people on yearbook. They were like, you all cut class. And I was like, I mean, not really. There were 2 classes.
This is a school story of yours I have never heard before.
Really? I think you have.
Nope,
We'll probably get to it in a minute, and you'll remember it. Anyway, I was like, okay, and they're like, well, you have to do detention. And I was like, that's insane. Like,
is this where you rake to the yard?
Yeah.
Okay, I know that part, but I never remember
They made us
why.
do yard work. They made us stay after school and do yard work, I think, for 3 hours. And then after we were done, the minute we were done, the principal came out and he said, we heard that we learned exactly what happened. We learned that you actually weren't skipping class and there was just a mix-up. So we're not going to put this on your permanent record or whatever the thing is to scare people. And I was thinking, that's really kind of you to learn about this and tell us about this the minute that we're done doing the manual labor for you. Insert long string of swear words from my mind. It's fine. I didn't like that guy. I didn't like that guy at all.
Thomas said he had to do that was punishment at his school too.
Yeah, they got free labor. That's what they did. Brandon, you're gonna make me choke on my coffee.
Coffee.
Dad really cares about your yard work in high school, I'm sure, so it's a shame it wasn't on your permanent record. Oh, God. Yeah, it was the only time that I ever had detention. All right, we're going through a few more.
I never got it in high school, but when I took Japanese at the other high school, and there was my school had spring break or something, or a snow day, and there was some reason we missed Japanese at the other high school. They had an automated system that would call your parents and be like, your student wasn't in class this morning. If it was for an illness, please call us so we can say it wasn't.
Jeez.
So it was excused or not excused.
Oh. I had a permanent pass on being late to class because I had bathroom issues.
Yeah.
It was great. Between classes, you have 5 minutes? Nope. Not for Stephen George. Medical condition doctor's note. I'd walk into class 12 minutes late, and the teacher would just be like, "You okay?" I'd be like, "Yeah, yeah, I'm okay, thanks." I needed time. 5 minutes is insane, man. 5 minutes,
that is
you can't poop
short.
in 5 minutes. You can't. Some people can. And they're monsters. I need time. I gotta be in a zone. And Lord knows, You got a freaking school bathroom with people in and out making noise. You can't concentrate. I gotta wait for the 5 minutes for the class stuff to be over so people will leave. That's why I can get started. Where was I? It's good music for this. 11 months from Riza Luca. 24 months from Ilazu. Congrats on the 2. I hope you're enjoying breakfast, everyone. Renee says, I'm a mom. I do not have time to sit in there. Fair. Is that a skill that you develop at some point that I just do not possess?
I mean, when I was a teacher, you have to learn to wait.
To wait or go fast?
Yeah. Or have a buddy you knew nearby that was on their prep hour and be like, hey, Shane, come watch my class.
Yeah. Something tells me that at this point in my life it's not gonna get necessarily fixed. Although I have to admit, I've actually had, not to talk about this for too much longer, I know it's breakfast. Things have been a lot better lately because I have been drinking decaf coffee. I still drink caffeine otherwise. I don't drink much of it because I don't drink soda hardly ever, and even now I don't drink a lot of like unsweet tea or anything. But going to decaf coffee has actually made a sizable difference. Still doing testing and stuff, but I'm impressed.
Coffee.
I'm really impressed. Anyway, 300 bits from Chimera the Jew, who says, "Good morning, Stephen and Mal. It's my birthday today."
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday. Unfortunately, I had to resign my job at the Institute in Boston because I was way too overworked. Reminder to everyone, don't take on more than you can handle, and remember self-care. It's a good tip.
Yeah.
It's a good tip.
Sorry you were in that situation.
Yeah, and I think the big thing that to try and help people is do your best to notice the signs early. Mm-hmm. Like, you know, if you've been doing something for like a week, and after it feels like every day for a week you're like, man, I'm struggling with this. Like that's like an early sign of like this is going to be too hard to do, you know, long term. So just something to keep in mind for everyone else out there. Adjust things as needed. Make sure you take a day off.
Seek help if you need it.
And seek help if you need it. Yeah. And then also, happy birthday.
Yeah.
Then Bits from Shy says, yeah, buggy trees can be annoying. 1 minute you're walking, next minute the wrong texture pack loads in and the whole forest is purple. Are we talking about video games? There was a weird issue, very specifically, where everything was purple. And I don't remember what game it was that I was playing, but it was broken.
I had trouble with Valve games a long time ago when I had a bad computer, and sometimes the sky would be black and purple.
Oh man, when I first tried to run Portal on the old plastic MacBook,
Yep.
Like, it started, but there was no way you could have finished it.
Yep.
It was messed up. It was when Valve first brought their games to Mac. And they were,
Yeah, they were. Because I struggled through it on my white plastic MacBook with the touchpad, and it was a time. I think I let Carly play it over Christmas break one time.
Radio Dread says, oh, wasn't that when the portals weren't see-through? Like, they were just black? That sounds right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that was too difficult for the computers. Just like, don't worry. It's like, what is that black miasma I'm about to step into? It's like, just trust us. Just trust us. Pickletron XD gifts a sub to Proton John. I know that guy. 334 bits from Marty Griff says, so no boxes to read. Mind those beans. Oh man, speaking of beans. I rolled the beans. Patreon.com/
Stephen George or Mal makes.
Mine's literally my name.
I know. Shout out to the Bean Believers.
We'll talk about that at the end of the stream.
Yeah.
Not the Bean Believers, but the game. Maybe a little bit about the Bean Believers. I only learned that from context when I tuned in to the chat last night.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh. These really don't
Stay warm long?
well that, but then also they just
Chalky?
adhere
Yeah.
to your whole mouth.
Yeah.
Okay, 21 months from Akira Dre. 300 bits from Digital Nugget says the weirdest part about that 7,500 is that you can find 2,500 in America. So actually, we should do the Apple Challenge. We don't have to go anywhere. We can just find them here in the U.S.
Next time we're in Wisconsin, we're going to go to an orchard.
Okay.
If we can go to my childhood one, that would be great.
The only problem with doing an Apple Challenge and by association any fruit challenge, when you buy a Kit Kat, the Kit Kat that I eat is the same Kit Kat that you eat.
Yeah.
They are identical. The problem with fruit is that you can get fruit that is not, optimal. It could be sour, it could be bad, and you won't know. Like if you're buying one, you won't know what it's supposed to be like. That's the only problem. You really need a sample size. And that's too much work.
Kepler.
It's a good idea, though. It's a good idea. 33 months from Sephiroth 1204. 300 bits from Platinum Pikachu. I'm sure we've all heard of Pi Day, March 14th, but today is Pi Approximation Day. This is because 22 divided by 7 is a common approximation to pi, being only 0.04% out of 3.14 versus 3.1. Everyone know that song?
No. Not everyone know that song. Hi, sweetheart kitty.
Well, if you get a chance, there's a song that teaches you the numbers of pi, and it's called Pi. The name of the song is Pi. It's by a band called Hard and Firm. I don't remember if the song is appropriate.
I'm pretty sure it's just the numbers.
Well, there's like that rap section.
Oh, yeah. That's true.
I don't know. It's good. 300 bits from Caber29. When my mom was growing up, she and her friends would have fights with Crabapple. And that was actually, I think that was said like, right, I think maybe right before you had mentioned that. Why did I not see these things? Why didn't we hit each other with them? Maybe because we thought they were real fruit.
Maybe they don't grow down close to the ocean.
Well, I probably saw them as a kid, and my brain was like, that's fruit. That's someone's fruit. Don't mess with it. It's someone's fruit. I was a pretty good kid. I wouldn't just, like, take someone's stuff. Because that's like someone's fruit they grew, You can't just take someone's fruit. 300 bits from Light Rock, who says, I heard coffee cereal and like to share that I'm having Honey Nut Cheerios this time. Word of advice, don't add sugar to your coffee since the cereal would already sweeten it. Also make sure you use cold brew coffee and milk to not be as bitter. Hashtag coffee cereal. I'm not to that point yet.
Are you trying to steal the hair tie off my wrist?
But it is something that's in my mind because of the oatmeal cream pie cereal. He's just trying to relax. That's how he relaxes. He's got a little, little thing he does.
I don't know why horses was just said in chat, but I had a dream last night that we went somewhere and went on a horse trail ride, like where you can ride a horse and go through the trail. And for some reason, there was like this white horse, and it was the size of a Great Dane, and it sat like in my lap or next to me, and it was like solid white. And I was like, Steven, can we take it home? And you were like, no.
I mean, at least I'm the voice of reason. Because no.
Okay, Kappas.
That sounds like a very large horse. Mal told me when she woke up this morning that she experienced the Tetris effect all night
Yep.
because yesterday we played Pokemon Unite when it came out. And we didn't really play that. I mean, you played more than I did. I played probably about 2 hours yesterday to get all of the initial unlock stuff at the beginning. Mal played a little longer than I did, but apparently I didn't have any dreams about it. I was just like, okay, sleep. But apparently Mal just dreamt that she was playing the game all night.
Yeah. The horse dream was after Kepler woke us up. But yeah, for the first half of the night, I was having Tetris effect about Pokemon Unite. And it's, when I have it, I'm asleep, but I feel like I'm just hallucinating all night and I can't wake up and it's just over and over and over the same thing.
Sorry. Folks are asking about it. And we'll talk more about it at the end.
Darling.
But I was impressed. I was impressed at how polished it felt for a version 1.0 product.
There's some things I would change if it were my game.
But I was like, oh wow, this is actually. I expected this to be bad, and it's really not. I mean, if you're a hardcore MOBA person, you probably have more criticisms than I would because I haven't played League in like 7 years. But I liked it, and a bunch of our friends downloaded it, and we played a little bit yesterday. And I think we're gonna do like a 5v5 Steven and Friends video with like our friend group. So yeah, it was enjoyable.
Is it free? Yes.
Yeah, that's the other thing. It's free, and then also it doesn't require a Nintendo Switch Online subscription. So if you have a Switch, that's it. That's all you need. You don't need anything else. It's just free, which is a nice bonus because like I don't think it would be worth paying for a Nintendo Switch Online subscription. But yeah. But yeah, it's I
have the most fun with it playing with friends. It's not, I mean, I've never really been super into that style of game, but if we're playing it with friends, I enjoy it a lot more.
Yeah, I just like playing team games like that. So, you know, I like that. And obviously because it's free to play, there's microtransactions. But from the little I played yesterday, it doesn't seem like a big deal. Like if you want to avoid paying any money, because everyone's different. There's people that they'll just dump money into a free to play game. There's people that because it's free, they give themselves an allowance in the game. They're like, okay, I would have paid $50 for a game. This was free, so I get to spend $50 in microtransactions. I'm on the far end where I'm like, this game was free and never shall I pay a dime. That's how I approach those sorts of things. So, you know, from what I can tell, you can earn everything just by playing the game, and you know, the roster. You have to buy the Pokemon that you want to play as, but you don't have to use.
You can earn in-game currency.
You can earn the in-game currency, and they actually give you they give you quite a bit of starting Pokemon. You get like. After you beat the tutorial, I think you have a roster of like 5 or something.
I think it rotates like every bit like
does it
League
rotate?
did. Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, that's
And you unlock different Pokemon. Like Day 2's bonus is Alolan Ninetales.
Yeah. So, you get you know you do it. Anyway, I'll talk more about it at the end, because I'll talk about how the games went.
The games we played last night went.
Because it's kind of funny.
I know some people were there.
We got 300 bits from Shy, who says, I got an in-school suspension in middle school. A kid had been bullying and harassing me all day. Come gym class, I blew up. I went to the office to report him, and I was the one who got punished. Yeah. It sounds like that unfortunately a lot of people have a story like that, and I hate it, but like Mouse said, sometimes school just gets it wrong. And I think the more important thing is that they're not willing to listen. 300 bits from Zeosarn. So I don't know if y'all have heard or seen rambutans at all. If y'all haven't, look it up.
Rambutans?
Rambutan?
I believe so. Yeah, I've seen these. I've never had one.
What? Oh my god. What am I looking at? What? Crazy. Crazy. Google image search the rambutan.
It looks like a hairy lychee. Mm-hmm.
Oh, can we just do a show? Can we just have a mod do a show of a rambutan so we can just see it, so everyone can just see it? It kind of looks like a strawberry, especially the ones that got the green on them. It kind of looks like a strawberry, but the green stem is growing all throughout the middle, and the inside looks like a I don't know what you call it. Anyway, that's them. Weird looking things. Jeez. I want to try that. Anyway. Isn't the world wild? You grow up, you hit 25, and you're like, yeah, I probably know most things.
There was a video we watched once.
There's 10 types of apples.
I believe it was the guy who does Borders.
Okay.
Who went to like a produce market somewhere in South America and just tried fruits.
Yeah.
And they were like things I'd never heard of or seen. It was really cool.
Yeah, that was my point.
Johnny Harris.
Yeah, Johnny Harris. You grow up and you feel like you have a relatively good understanding of things. Mm-hmm. And then as you get older and you peek into, especially like different countries, different cultures, you start to realize like, oh my God, there's so much other stuff.
Oh, I told you, I think it was last night, I told you I had never heard or seen okra until I met you.
Yeah, and that's domestic. So like, and that it's like that with like fruits and veggies and like meals and animals. There's every once in a while I'll see like an animal or something, a video of a special marsupial or bat or something, and they do like crazy crap. I've like never seen it in my life. It looks bizarre. I'm like, I've never heard of this. I thought there was only like rhinos and elephants. And there's more than just those two.
I just learned about a vinegaroon like 3 months ago.
A what?
A vinegaroon.
What is a vinegaroon?
They're kind of like a scorpion spider thing. They got pedipalps, and their tail is like a little stick that comes out that's like this long. Apparently they're all over Texas right now because of the weather they have. And they're like warning people that they're like fine, they don't attack humans, and they normally don't come out even. It's a bug, so we won't show it, but
it's just, man, there's so much cool stuff.
I showed you one when I learned about it the other day. That's what they look like.
Yeah, the human-sized bats. That's something I only learned about a few years ago, and I saw a picture and I was like, holy crap, it's incredible. So it's spelled vinegar, but then O-O-N.
Yeah.
Vinegaroon.
It's because they spray a vinegar-like substance.
And that's a wild-looking bug, man.
There's a YouTuber I watch who just got one
They're
as a pet.
They're also this big, so they're kind of...
Yeah, they're pretty big.
It's a type of scorpion. Man.
Yeah, they're not bad, though. They don't sting or anything. They look freaky.
Yeah, there's so much in the world, and you start learning about it, you're like, what? Anyway. Oh, and there's a lot of people that are like, I'm sorry, did you say human-sized bats? Look it up. Look it up. Yeah, it's a gold bat. It's a gold bat. 30 bits from Rainbow Zion says, freshman year high school, I got called into the office for alcohol because they mixed me up with a kid with my same first and last name.
Oh.
Did we tell them the story of when we went?
No, we didn't. But I was going to say, I got drug tested in high school because we had a program and my name got called. But it was not random like they claimed, because I had a friend who got called like twice a year.
So, in 2020,
January.
Yeah, in 2020, one of the things that we did is we went to look at properties in the Myrtle Beach area because we were going to have Runaway. I'll just tell you, Runaway Guys Coliseum was supposed to be in Myrtle Beach in 2020. I don't know if that was ever revealed. I think it was.
I think it was.
But anyway, it was supposed to be in Myrtle Beach. So we had went and we looked at properties when
to find out where
Massey
the
and
internet
Emil
connection was, and
when
yeah.
Massey and Emil had visited, we went with them, and then also Dan went with us, and we looked at properties. So we
were sending photos to MC about this is where the router is, this is where the stream room would be, to help with that.
So anyway, when we first got to the offices, we were talking to the lady, and she was like, now we had trouble with you guys last year, and we were like, you had trouble with us? They're like, yeah. They're like, you trashed the place, and I'm like, we definitely did not.
Yeah, we
and
definitely
like,
did not.
I very quickly was like, we're about to have a fight right here in this office, and she read out the name of the person that had rented the thing, and it was MC's name, and I was like, she's like, is this the person that rented the property? I was like, yes, and she's like, then you guys trashed the place. I was like, what place are we talking about? So she gave us the address or whatever of what it was, and it was a completely different place. There was someone with MC's exact same first and last name who had rented around the same time
a different building
in a
different
similar
part of the beach.
Yeah, but still in Myrtle Beach, and their group had trashed the place. So I had to clear all of that up because I was like, that is not our group.
Yeah.
I was like, I was one of the last people out of that place, and it was spotless. It was fantastic. I was like, the only issue we had is our folks.
We weren't out on time because we got stuck in the elevator.
We weren't out on time because your elevator broke. And they were like, oh, yeah, we remember the elevator. And I was like, yeah.
We have it on video.
Anyway, so that was weird. That was really weird. And I remember I told MC about it after, and he was like, that's crazy. I was like, I know. I was like, I had to make sure that we cleared that up because they didn't want to, rent to us because we were, of course it didn't matter because then pandemic and we didn't do it anyway. But yeah, that was weird.
We're the charity group. We weren't like.
Yeah, I explained all of that, and I got it cleared up, but it was upsetting because and there's so much evidence that we didn't trash the place.
Yeah.
Also.
Yeah, we could have very easily been like, look at these videos.
Yeah. But yeah, that sort of thing, it can happen. It can happen, especially if you have a common first name and a common last name. Like, if your name is John Smith, I'm so sorry. Because there's probably several other people out there who are trashing rentals. MC's name is not John Smith, by the way. 605 bits from Pickletron with the Proton Party Star Rain. We got Sassy gifting a sub to Rara Oaks. 500 bits from Perps JL. Back in high school, I had an incident at school that caused the police to be called. Nothing serious, don't worry. When I came back to school on Monday, the VP told me...
Vice principal.
Vice principal told me, we can't have you here right now. And then I missed 5 weeks of school, and when I came back, she said, this went on longer than we planned. Did not like her.
Wow.
Dear God. Yeah, that's not good. That's a lot of school to miss, too.
Yeah.
That's a lot of school.
Hi, darling.
The most school I think I ever missed was, I had pneumonia in freshman year, and I missed a good bit of school, but it wasn't 5 weeks. I think it was like 2 to 3 weeks, maybe. 5 weeks is a lot of school. Anyway, I totally understand the sentiment of looking back on something like that and going, did not like that person. Definitely understand that. Let's see. Rara Oaks gifted a sub to Callium. I Spy Moose gifted a sub to Spud Big Mama. Thank you. Always welcome here. 30 bits from Line Rider. I learned the first 62 digits of pi with the parody song Lose Yourself in the Digits of Pi. Let's just say those first digits have a lot of nines. It's not probably the most useful piece of information, but it is a fun party trick.
Mm-hmm.
Most people do not know... Most people don't know the first 5 digits of pi. They know 3.14. Is it 3...
You have to sing the song.
I have to sing the song, and I don't know the song very well. 3.14. That's it. I know literally none of it. Thank you. 159. 3.14159265353.
383.
It's a good song. It's a really good song. I know I've talked about that band before. They only ever released one album. It's great.
It is great.
It's a good one. 15 months from Mayor Rails. 500 bits from Chemist 2020. So my school story is that I was in the after-school detention room multiple times after school, but never had detention. I had an agreement with my English teacher to stay after a bit to work on my English homework. What are you in for? I'm just doing English homework. Oh. 27 months from Scrumdunger. 17 months from Raven Dirk. And 100 bits from Mother Fairy. And the Pokemon music is playing, which is the perfect opportunity to talk more about Pokemon Unite. So, it just came out yesterday, and when I booted it up to do some of the daily stuff, because again, it was all about Stephen and Friends. It's like, okay, we might do a Stephen and Friends video on this. So I did matchmaking at the beginning, where, you know, it just teams you up with 4 other people, and then you fight another team of 5, because it's a 5v5 game. In my first match I ever played, I was the MVP of the team, and I wiped the floor with everyone. And I had so many more points than my other teammates. And I haven't played a MOBA in years and years and years. And I was like...
You're so long.
I was like, okay. I was like, alright. Sure. But that's probably just... That's a weird thing, right? That won't happen again. So I play another match. Same thing, except it's even worse. Completely wipe the floor with everyone. I'm the MVP, and I'm like, what's going on? So I had a bunch of our friends were talking about and playing it. Chaz had downloaded it, and Chaz had posted, you know, I went into my first game expecting to lose, expecting to get the floor wiped with myself. He's like, instead I was the MVP, and I was like. So this just keeps happening. So I played it again. Same thing. The best thing I can suspect, and I think Thomas had alluded to this just a moment ago. He says, because little kids who are like, oh, Pokemon game. I think because it is a Pokemon game, there's a lot of really young kids who, you know, are just, they're not very good at video games just as a concept, and then they're certainly not going to be good at MOBAs, which they've never played and don't even understand. Because the quickest way to lose in a MOBA is to feed the other team. So that happened a lot. I was playing these 3 games. I haven't died. I'm not experiencing death because I know that when my health gets, you know, about half, I need to kind of play it easy, get back to my zone, get some juice. So yeah, I think I was just murdering children yesterday. I think I just did that nonstop. However, we decided, because there was a few of us playing the game, we're like, oh man, let's form a group and play, you know, online with our group of 5, because if we're all doing this well, imagine how good we'll do
when we're on voice chat with each other.
When there's 5 competent people that aren't children. We'll get in there and we'll beat the crap out of these children. It'll be great. So about that, while the game's matchmaking for a single individual seems to be, I mean, it's based on rank, and there's going to be a lot of children playing at the low level rank. When you when you have a group of people, I believe that what it's doing is it's trying to team you up with other groups of people. And if you have a team of 5 and it pairs you up with another team of 5, almost certainly that team of 5, they've played They've played MOBAs. They know what they're doing. That's why they have a team of 5. And we started getting our butts kicked so bad. It was not good. I mean, like, it was me, Emmy, Haley, Mao, and Dan. And we played probably 5 or 6 games, and we lost all of them. And it's, it started to get a little bit better, because it was like, okay, there was one near the end where it was a lot closer.
Yeah.
But it was, whoo. They knew what they were doing. Then finally, Thomas decided that he was going to stream.
He had been, I think.
He had been streaming some by himself. Dan dropped out, and we put Thomas on the team, and then Thomas streamed it. And the one game that exists online of me playing the game, we won. We won hard, and I was the MVP. And I was like, all right. So I presume that I do really well under pressure.
And then we proceeded. You had to leave because
then I left because I had to work on vlogs, and they lost every single other game until I showed back up in chat, and then they won. I think I just have to be present.
Yeah.
I think it's what it's about. Anyway, so my advice, if you are in...
I lost so many Odamas. Me too.
My advice is, if you are in any way interested in this game, is to play it a little bit over the course of the next few days while there are still children playing. That way you can win the matches and get your stuff and your score up. And then you'll be able to play the game and have stuff. If you're going to play with other people, just know that it's probably going to team you up against another team, and you're probably going to get murdered. But was it fun? Yes, it was
I had fun.
Coffee.
It was fun. And the thing that'll be really fun, in my opinion, is that when we do Stephen and Friends video, it won't be 5 versus the world, unless we don't have very many people that night. We're going to do like a 5v5 and, play just within our...
friend group.
Within our friend group.
And that way we can even it out. Like, so-and-so is MVP of this team, and they won, so we'll put them on the other team.
We can start to figure out
Yeah.
what works and what doesn't, and
Yeah.
try to make a pretty entertaining, evenly matched video. So that's my hope. But the game's fun, game's free, doesn't require online subscription. So yeah. And again, better than I thought it'd be. I wasn't expecting high hopes. I had kind of approached it in the same vein as Garfield Kart, to be honest. I was like, well, could be an entertaining video. And we played it, and I was like, okay. Thomas says 2 voice chats to make it so you can't hear the other strats.
Yeah. We have enough people who can record to do both sides.
Well, you can't do that, though. You can't have a team of 5 with voice chat A and a team of 5 with voice chat B and cut it in a way that'll make sense to the viewer. That's too confusing. You either have to have everyone's voices together, or you only record from
one point of view.
one side.
Oh yeah, and both sides see themselves on the left.
Both sides see themselves on the left?
Every time you've played, you've been on the left, right?
Yeah.
It's because the game puts you there. No matter what.
Really?
Yeah. It just basically, like, flips it for the other team.
It doesn't work like that in
You are
League.
always... No, yeah, you're right. Does it? My biggest problem, and Emmy had this problem too, is you're holding your Joy-Con or your Pro Controller, and there's a little half circle at the bottom of the screen, with your moves. And the right ones are move 1 and 2. And they're right shoulder and right bumper. Because it does, like, the top one and then the second one.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
But it's not bumper shoulder, it's shoulder bumper.
Yeah.
And I feel like it should be reversed.
Yeah,
because
I've messed it up too.
you can change it in the settings. I did it, and oh, it made my life so much easier.
Okay. Noted.
Whew.
That's what
We
you
were-
had to tell me? That's
yeah.
it.
That was one of... I mean, we're complaining about that.
2033 bits from Zeta Program. It says, Steven, can Peggy become a Pokemon trainer? I want to go and catch me some Wurmple. Just don't touch or eat them, please. And maybe a few others. Yeah, Peggy would be the best because she would catch them so quickly. Snap them up into the ball before they even knew what happened to them. I was going to say something and I
don't
forgot.
know. It doesn't matter.
Did you say, I don't know, it doesn't matter to me? Wow. Of course you don't know. It was my thing. And then you... 300 bits from Jay Lineback says, by the way, if you ever need to cool down, I recommend staying away from corners. They're like 90 degrees. I was reading...
Oh, baby, I'm sorry.
Scared the crap out of him. He was dead asleep, and all of a sudden, like... I started reading that, and I thought it was about Pokemon Unite. And I was like, cool down, stay away from corners. And then I read the whole thing, I was like, oh.
Calm down, babies. You're fine.
300 bits from Arpega. There was a local band when I was in high school that had a song called The CIA Invented Dinosaurs to Discourage Time Travel. The lyrics were just the quadratic formula. It's inventive. Noah liked that. 7 months from Zeta Program 142. Thank you. 300 bits from PK Magical. The secret to winning is the lasagna crab.
Lasagna crab, top tier.
Well, lasagna crab can take all the hits.
Yeah.
You see a lasagna crab coming at you, and you're like, oh god, lasagna crab. I've been playing Venusaur. I played Charizard because I didn't have Venusaur for the first few matches. Then I unlocked Venusaur, and now I'm just... The fact that I can play Venusaur, I'm like, that's what I want to do. Are there other Pokemon? I guess, but I don't care. I want to play my boy. That's my goal. Although there is Gengar, and I'm like, I kind of want to play Gengar. Gengar looks fun.
I've been playing as large firebird. Whatever bird.
Just Firebird. I don't know that. I can't know the names of these Pokemon. If the Pokemon came out,
Talonflame, that's it.
in 1996, then yeah, I know them. But if they didn't, then I don't know them. Where was it? 19 months from the Thunderstriker. 300 bits from Jitha Picard. One of my 4 VP had the same hairdresser, so I was double berated if I did anything. In senior year, I had free fur, all pass to leave class and arrive late. Oh, crutches. Yeah, that'll do it too.
When I was teaching, my classroom was directly across from the elevator, which you needed a key for, and I was given a key and no one else around was. So I was constantly like, alright, here's the elevator key.
Yeah, that's a
Here's
burden.
the elevator key.
It sounds like it's kind of nice at the beginning, and then immediately becomes a burden of like, oh, everyone needs this.
Mm-hmm.
3 months from MJMMCC. It's a plus. And 300 bits from Throw Down says you can do 2 videos, one for both sides. Actually, I think what we'll do, now that I know that, because I did not know that, and that changes things a lot, I think what I'll do is we'll do the perspective of one team.
Okay.
Which means anyone that's recording will be on one team. Me and you will be on a team. Probably with Dan. And then the other 2 people that's on our team floats to try and balance the team.
Thomas can stream, or not stream, record too.
Yeah, can he?
Can he?
He hates doing it.
He was streaming last night.
I know, but anytime I've ever been like, Thomas, can you record this? He goes, oh! And then I'm like, then don't. Then don't do it. Then don't. Sorry I asked. And also, if we're doing one side, we probably don't need more than like 3 perspectives. Yeah. I mean, the more the better, I guess. But if we have Thomas on our team also, then we have a pretty Like, the team is not going to change very much. Which might be fine, I don't know. Then we could do team chat, and it could just be our team.
I think it'd be more fun to switch it up just for the video's sake. Like, not have the same people on the same video all the time.
I mean, agreed. I mean, I'm probably going to be in it.
Yeah.
Because it's called Steven
Yeah.
and Friends. But yeah, we only have so many people in our group that can record consoles. And it's me, and it's you, and it's Dan, and it's Thomas.
Yeah.
It's kind of Thomas. So, I'm trying to think if there's anyone else that can do... I don't think anyone else has capture hardware. I mean, Emil and Tom.
Yeah, if we have them on.
But we haven't talked to them
about
this.
No.
But I might try and get them involved by Saturday, so we make
We
sure
have 10.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. If we do, we should have 10.
Alex and Haley do not have capture hardware. No.
They have a Switch, but not the hardware to
Yeah, they can play the
record
game,
it.
but they can't capture it. It's fine. Things to announce for today.
Today's Thursday. You have been working very hard to get vlogs out.
Yep. I have a vlog scheduled. I have the next vlog scheduled for 10:30. That's in 14 minutes. Just so you'd have something to watch. I also have the breakfast stream that we shot while we were in Florida. The one that was like 5 minutes long and is like...
Oh boy, the internet is bad.
Oh boy, the internet. I have that. And I took... what I did is I loaded up the VOD... Excuse me, the VOD page on Twitch. And I screen capped...
The chat.
Mm-hmm. And then I took that chat and I overlaid it on the video I shot.
The backup video you shot.
So it's the full video. You'll actually get to hear everything, and you'll get to hear the stuff before the stream too. And I have the chat on there. It's short. It's like 10 minutes. It's not... There's not much to it. And the stream itself is only 5 minutes, but you know. Oh, neat. Luna Boy says, belated happy 300th breakfast stream. Today is the 301st, since the Florida one counts. Cool. We've been doing it, you know, for so long.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, the breakfast stream is ready too, so I'll
So yeah, you got all the vlogs out from when we had Chaz, Jeff, and Paul here, and then you're starting to get the Florida ones out.
Yeah. I've got to do 2 more, and I'll be...
Yeah.
We'll be back home by
Yeah.
that point, so yeah. Yeah. Otherwise,
What comes out on Saturday?
Mario Galaxy is today, and Saturday is going to be another one of the fabled Alex GTA episodes.
Ooh.
Yeah.
We gotta watch it? Preview it?
I guess.
Okay.
Because
You normally have us preview GTA, so...
Yeah, it's not the cage. It's the dam where
With
the boat.
Yeah,
and
the tugs.
the one where like no one knew what was happening until the very end. It's great. It was really confusing, and then by the time we're done, it kind of clicks with everyone, and we're like, oh. And then tomorrow night, the stream is wrapping up A Way Out. So
Which I've been looking forward to.
It's the second half. If you missed the stream last week, what I would do if you get the time before tomorrow night is watch the stream, because if you're only watching the gameplay bits, it's not really that long.
Yeah.
It's probably 2 hours of gameplay, and you'll be caught up and ready for the finale tomorrow. It's just a 2-stream thing, and it's fun. It's fun. It's good. Chaz says, "Come put Pokemon in jail tomorrow night,
Or let them out.
or let them out. The power is yours. Power is yours." How are we finding it compared to Brothers? It's different.
Yeah.
I think, in some ways, Brothers is more polished.
In some ways.
In some ways.
I've liked this.
But yeah, I don't mean that in a way to say that this game is bad.
Yeah.
I've liked this game a lot. But they're ultimately they're pretty different games, and the tone is different too. The tone is really different. This is the first game by this particular studio. Obviously, they have developer members that are from other teams and worked on other projects, but this is the studio's first game. It's really good for first game. So, yeah. All right.
Wrap it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you all so much for being here. I hope you have a wonderful Thursday, and tune in tomorrow night.
Yeah.
We'll finish up A Way Out, and then we'll be on to other projects. And yeah, if you needed to hear it from someone that's not a MOBA person, Pokemon Unite is actually better than I thought it would be, and might as well at least give it a shot. It's free.
Yeah.
And you don't even need an online account. So if you're like, yeah, I'll try it, you might as well try it. It doesn't cost you anything. So give it a shot and see if it clicks with you. Okay. Have a great day. Where's the button? There it is. We will see you tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern for the finale of A Way Out.